Hello and welcome everyone to play day number 3 of our second Vanguard Esports League closed tournament. So today's match is going to be a battle we've seen before, Prevail versus Vanguard Charlies. Unfortunately for Vanguard Charlies, the last time they played in our closed tournament, they didn't win a single map. However, Prevail won 3 maps, but were eventually beaten out by Vanguard Alphas in the finals. So I'm going to preemptively say that this is going to be an uneven matchup, though I'm no prophet, don't take my word for it. Otherwise, I hope everyone's doing well. I hope you've all had a good day, and we hope that this matchup is going to make your day even better.
We do indeed, as we head into the ban phase, with Thatcher has been taken out yet again. This time we're seeing a Blackbeard ban, which is slightly different. Not sure if he's been banned before. And on to the defense bans, we've got Wamai. That's an interesting ban. I haven't actually... I think this is the first time we're casting a Consulate game.
You are right indeed. We've not seen Consulate before, as like we said yesterday, teams were really preferring to play Oregon and Cafe in our last tournament. However, looking at the stats for this tournament, we've already had a bit of a mashup, a mix-up of maps, as we've had Villa, Oregon, Coastline, and now Consulate.
Definitely liking to see all these new maps come out. We can see what these teams can do, and obviously, like you said, Prevail did beat out Charlie's last time, but we'll see if they're any better at this map. And as we head into the picking phase, we're going to be seeing a standard setup from both teams. The Jaeger coming out, Wamai is not going to be available for that smoke. He's probably going to be playing on the yellow stairs. This is a... Well, we'll have to see what happens here. In my opinion, I think Prevail's going to win this 7-3.
Yeah, I think I'll have to agree with you, just given how good their track record has looked like. However, we'll remind everyone that the last time Vanguard Charlies were playing, there'd been a squad for only a couple of days, I think. Their roster had been picked up, I think, over the week, and then the tournament was over the weekend. So, given that they've been something like 2.5 or 2 weeks since then, I hope that they've taken the time to solidify their strats, their communication, their teamwork, and hopefully they give us a better showing than 7-3. So Prevail will start on defense, and Vanguard Charlies will start on attack. We're starting on the Consul meeting site, which is, I feel, how should I put this? It's a site that has seen a lot more play of late, as opposed to the garage, because back in the day, a couple of years ago, garage used to be the default site for everyone. Just because there weren't any bans, of course, at the time, and Thatcher, doing Thatcher things, get the wall open, it was pretty easy for the attack to just get the wall open, but at the same time there was Mirror not getting banned all the time, so it was pretty easy to hold the garage. However, that has all changed, and now Consul and Meeting seem to be the preferred sites. What do you think, Sunset?
I'd say, I'd agree. The site, the upstairs site is a little bit easier to defend, and it's a lot easier to deny plants from below. As the second the attackers get control of the piano room, when attacking that bottom floor site, it's a lot easier to get that plant down behind the white fan and just contest that. But both sides have their ups and downs, but I'd say in the end Console Meeting does win that. And Merlin, as we say, does get a pick onto Prawny Boy. That'll be the first frag of the match. The Maverick to fall, pretty influential operator. I think they were setting up though. They were setting up for a downstairs attack. That's definitely what the setup looks like. As the Maverick and the Thermite definitely looking, but that doesn't matter. As there's another pick for Merlin. As he goes for the run out, but he's taken out by the Claymore.
Oh man, I was going to say that the Wamai ban is a targeted ban at Merlin, because the last time we were seeing him play Wamai, it was on Oregon, and he was really good with that operator. However, he seems to be really good with Mozzie as well, as he currently has the 2 and only kills for Prevail as we go into the last minute of this round.
He is just a good player overall. Put him on any operator and he'll make it work. Is what it's shaping up to be right now, as well, 50 seconds left on the board and the attackers have not made any ground. They're still rappelling outside the building as Miami rappels in. Miami on that Ash. He's been known. He is that star player for the Vanguard Charlies. He's so good at fragging. He's very consistent as well. Last time we've seen him play, he was also just very good at keeping those frags up. And look at this, 3 versus 3 as Icon picks up one for himself. But it's traded. Miami's taken out by Mott, as we say that. But the AP is looking to favor Vanguard. But the time is not. With 12 seconds on the clock right now,
10 seconds to go.
Buck and Icon have to make their way into the site. But it doesn't look like they're going to be making much ground. 5 seconds. He's still there. He is, and the diffuser's down the opposite side of the map. There's no way he's going to be able to clutch us out. And first round goes to Prevail. A good try from the attackers though.
It was a good try indeed, but those 2 early picks by Merlin really dented Vanguard Charlie's attack. Just given how many windows there are on the consulate, given how many runouts there are, I think Nomad is a very good operator to bring on this map. Just to prevent you from dying at least to a runout. If the defender jumps out, at the very least you'll hear it and you'll have some advantage to shoot them while they're still on their backside. As we saw, the 2 kills from Merlin were all runouts, if I'm not wrong, and then he got caught out by a Claymore. So much for Nomad, as he's not going to be brought this time. Vanguard Charlies will be attacking the garage bomb
Attackers
site.
need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
We'll see what success Prevail have at defending against that attack. They brought a Goyo, they brought a Kaid, a Mozzie, a Jaeger, and a Smoke as well. So all pretty standard picks, nothing too much out of the ordinary. And I'd say exactly the same lineup from Vanguard Charlies, except for Jackie, who's now playing Sledge instead of Zofia. Sledge is going to be... There's a little dance going on from Sympathy on top of the black car just vibing out. Sledge is going to be a better pick attacking this bomb site, as you said. Once the attackers get control of Piano and just start sledging the floor open. Ooh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, he's probably trying to shoot the cam there, and that's not what you want to see, especially on that IQ. The raw fragging power there that's been taken out now. It doesn't mean they've lost the round, just they've lost a good player.
And a good gun as well.
Indeed, probably running that G8. Just one of the best guns right now. Great ammo capacity, great fire rate, great damage. Great gun. And well, with 2 minutes on the clock and that IQ is no longer in play, we'll see what the Charlies can do. This time they're making their way into fight a lot faster. And Miami can get some really quick frags and he picks up the first. And Merlin falls soon after. Prawny Boy is picked up, just a flurry of frags coming out in that couple of seconds. And with still 2 minutes on the board, we've got a 3 versus 3. I think the Charlies can take this round. Miami, he is in a good position to just go around the archives now and flank them. And well, they've got top floor control from Jackie as well. Very good, very quick as well from the Charlies. I like to see this.
This is indeed good work from Charlies. However, Jackie's on very low HP as he came into a gunfight with, I believe it was Merlin. Now, the problem is that Charlies have been unable to get that garage wall open, given that Pony Boy died. I think he was prone, trying to get the bottom half of the wall open. But, yeah, the Prevail put an end to those plans. So for now, Buck is just going to sit outside as the Thermite has no means of opening that wall unless Jackie, as he's in Piano, can do something about it. ADS is able to soak up a breaching round from Miami. He's just going to be peeking from service stairs into Cafe. There is barbed wire as well as a Goyo shield to prevent any aggressive pushes from him. He decides to rotate over to bottom of Spiral. With about 40 seconds to go, this isn't looking good for Charlie's.
I'd say so. They still got that time. The issue is their positioning. They're playing very singular, but it doesn't matter. Oh, I thought Miami was getting that frag. But Symphony is the one to take it instead. And now, the wall's opened, but it doesn't look like it matters, because Buck is in a 1 versus 3 with 20 seconds on the board. And it looks like you were right. They are in a very, very good position to win this round out with these smoke
15 seconds
canisters,
left.
forcing them to rotate around to this yellow stay side, but with no time.
10 seconds remaining.
Looks like he might get a participation frag, but
5 seconds.
nope, he doesn't even get that. As it is Rudolph picking it up. And a shaky round from Prevail, but they managed to stabilize themselves at the end.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that that team kill onto Icon is what might have lost them the round, but hindsight is always 20/20, as they say. This is a good showing from VG Charlie so far, despite the scoreline being 2-0 against them. The only problem I had with them that last round is that Miami was droning himself in, and as an entry fragger, you don't want to be doing that at all.
Not at all. Always want someone to be feeding you that intel. Live droning you in. Just makes your chances of getting that entry frag so much higher, but it didn't look like he needed it, because he did end up getting that entry frag onto mine, I think. Oh no, it wasn't mine, it was
It was Moss who was playing Jaeger, right?
it was Moss
Attackers
Jaeger
need to
inside of
locate and
the
defuse bombs.
console room. This one.
Bomb
And now we
located
see
by
ourselves in
attackers.
lobby. Also a pretty decent site. I like Clash on this site. I feel like this is one of the only sites that Clash is very viable. And
On this map or in general?
on this map, I feel like one of the most viable, well, the most viable site for her is on this map. I'd say the best site for her would be Archives in Border.
10
Playing
seconds
her
remaining.
are really, really annoying. Upstairs, that armory position.
5 seconds left.
The power of Clash is just being able to waste the attacker's time.
Attackers are moving to defuse
Like a
the
Monty
bomb.
on attack. I mean, on defense.
Yeah, exactly.
Tough to deal with and just tough to get around. And if used correctly, can really punish the attackers. But we will not be seeing her this round. We will indeed instead be seeing a Maestro. We'll see if he can deny any chance with those evil eyes. And Rudolph is actually fragging out really well right now. He's on that 3 for 1. Doing pretty good.
That's a good showing from him. Vanguard Charlie's, on the other hand, they seem to be a little bit lacking in terms of frags, as the highest is Jackie and Icon, having 2 each.
And it's unlucky that Icon was taken out. Last round, Icon managed to get both of his frags in that first round.
Oh, Jackie nearly losing his life there to Moss, who's playing behind the long desk. Will he get spotted out? There's a Maestro cam just seeing Jackie. Oof, a nice flick, but it's not enough. However, Moss gets picked up. Jackie will get rescued by Miami. Miami is apparently doing it all for his team.
I mean, oh!
Doing it
Oh,
all.
and a little bit more.
Including flashing his teammates. However, Jackie will get picked up eventually, being put on 20 HP. As we say that Icon gets a kill of his own, that's mine the smoke down as well. So no more gas canisters, no more plant denial except those Maestro cams. And it seems to be just getting worse and worse for Prevail. As Sympathy gets lit up in that meeting room, he decides to fall back. Smart play from him.
Very smart, but now this top floor is given up completely. And a 5-on-3 with them taking the top control so quickly. It's very good for Vanguard, but we've seen Prevail bring rounds like this right back. See if they can do it again.
Man, they are absolutely wrecking havoc on this top floor. The breach charges, the buck. Apparently it's not enough because those floor holes work both ways. Rudog is able to get a nice kill on the Icon. The IQ as well. Jackie almost gets caught out. Escapes with his life as Marlin the Doc was playing on bottom of yellow stairs. Somehow Miami is inside, but he has no cover. He has no one to help him get the plant down as well, as Rude Boy is currently holding the diffuser. Sorry, Prony Boy is holding the diffuser.
Looks like the plant will be going down in a second as we are in sight now, but all of a sudden, look as Prevail managed to bring it back. With 20 seconds left, it's looking like a Prevail round, and there it is even more. This is all down to Miami. This round was looking so good for Vanguard.
Oh,
But it doesn't matter how good it looks, it's how good it is, and it is terrible for them as they lose the round. As Miami loses his life.
we go through a perfect cycle of defending rounds for Prevail. Simply put, they've won all 3 rounds. That means they can go back to the first site, that's console, and they'll be doing so this round. That was a good try, really, from Vanguard Charlies. I feel like that was their best round so far.
It was all up until it crashed. It was a 5-on-3 and then a 0 versus 3. They didn't manage to pick up a single frag after those first 2. Not too sure how that was. What mistakes were made on that top floor. I feel like just a couple of picks were
Attackers
just
need to
picked up
locate
there
and
and
defuse
just
bombs.
slowly started to collapse. But we'll have to see if they can pick it up this round, because right now they haven't picked up much. 0 for 3, and well, Buck and Cornyball yet to find the scoreboard. 0 for 3 as well.
Yeah, being in a 5v3, I feel like it gives a lot of teams confidence. And I've heard this being said a lot of times before, that a 5v3 is like the most dangerous man count to be in. Because, as you said, it's so easy for the team that's on the back foot to bring it back and eventually win, which is exactly what we saw Prevail doing.
Only need 1 frag and then it looks very winnable. A 4 versus 3
Attackers have dropped the bomb
is a lot
diffuser.
easier than a 5 versus 3, but in the second you get that first frag, you're already scaring the attackers. It's all sometimes just in the
Attackers
mental game.
recovered the bomb diffuser.
And we'll see if Prevail have gotten into the heads of Vanguard as, well, they attack the first site again. And looks like we have a fairly similar setup, except this time they were prepared for it. They know exactly what they were attacking, they know exactly what ops they have to take for this, and let's see if they can play it out. And
Yeah, late reinforcement coming from Rude Boy, and Sympathy is still... He's still remodeling the site. 2 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock, and some preparation is still being done on the part of Prevail. We'll see whether that preparation is enough to thwart Vanguard Charlie's attacks.
Indeed, as a couple of random shots being trying to be taken at the Jaeger, who's playing on the first floor. Would have been a great shot if it landed, but it did not. And it looks like we're just going to be seeing an fairly standard admin take, and it doesn't look like there's a single ADS on yellow for smoke, because that flashbang just went right through. And if Buck can get it, I know there are. They're just very far away, so a well-timed grenade can definitely take him out. But look, Icon, he's crawling up the other side of the stairs, but it doesn't matter. He's taken out by Merlin, who's playing inside that piano area. Good shot by him. And as we see it again, the advantage goes to Prevail right now. Miami positioned on this admin office side. They've turned off the east side of the map. And now they're just going to try to push everyone back to site, but there is still the Roma. They have to deal with the Roma. I don't think they know that the attackers are so close to site already. Smoke could be in a lot of danger if he doesn't move. It does look like he's rotating to play much safer, and a lot more can be done from there, but it doesn't seem to matter as Jackie picks up Sympathy and Rude Dog picks up Jackie. Good refrag there. And 3 versus 4, it's winnable for both teams. There's 40 seconds on the board. Miami's in sight yet again.
Attackers bomb diffuser
But
has
Buck
been
dies
dropped.
with the diffuser. This happens so many times. They give Miami the diffuser. Come on. He'll plant it.
At this point, what can't he do? And see what he can do as the last 20 seconds of the round dwindle away. He's being spotted by the Valkyrie cameras, some preemptive shots coming out from the connector. He's getting lit up from all
Attackers have
angles.
recovered their
Eventually he's
diffuser.
down, and
Attackers
that's the
dropped
diffuser as well, leaving
10
Ponyboy
seconds.
in a 1v4 with 9 seconds and the gas canisters coming out.
5
This is
seconds.
well and truly a prevail round unless some magic happens.
Nope, nothing. And he's dead. Oh, doesn't even get to go away with his life. It's just over. I don't think he managed to enter the building at all. I think he was rappelling the whole round. That's the thing
Yeah.
with this map. I really dislike this map. In fact, this is probably my least favorite map in the game, in the competitive pool, because it needs to have a rework. Like, half of the task is getting into the building, because the amount of the sheer amount of windows and doors that can be ran out of. It's just not a good map. Like, it doesn't show any skill that, oh, you can get spawn peek from 15 angles. Oh, you aren't able to hold all those 15 angles at the same time. Oh, you're bad. It's like, it doesn't show much. Like, it's an okay map, but I'd say it really needs to be reworked, because I don't enjoy it.
Indeed, I agree with you in that it suffers from Bartlett University syndrome, where they're just a million and one different windows, especially as an attacker. If you spawn police line, you better have some sick flicks, because they're about, let's see,
Attackers need to
1,
locate and defuse
2,
as many bombs as they
3,
can.
4, 5, 6. There's 6 windows on police line where you could get spawn picked from.
And then they can still run out of the yellow door, run out of at the visa door. Still a couple of doors that you can be run out on, and then the main door, it's just, yeah. And then, you know, it's just flicking up, down, left.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Sorry, brother walked into my room. But yeah, 0-4, Prevail looking very strong to take this.
10
Yeah.
seconds left before insertion.
Dominant man up right now. That is what they
5 seconds
plan to
left.
do as they set up in this garage, full garage defense, and looks like
Attackers are
we're
moving
gonna be
to
having
defuse the
3
bomb.
roamers right now. See, look how careful the attackers have to be for all these runouts and everything.
Yeah, I feel like this map, Canal and Outback suffer from the same problem, where to get into the top floor, or really to get into the building, you either have to go through stairs or windows, which are both choke points.
Like, the amount of rapping that has to be done in this map is just crazy. Look, there it is again.
What? He's somehow able to get a kill?
Just runouts, runouts, and more runouts.
I'm surprised he survived this long outside the map. Surely
Yeah.
there's no way he's going to get back in with his life.
No, he gets back in. He's back in right now. But he's taken out in the end, Jackie. But as we're saying, look at that. You just cannot get in this building.
It's indeed a tall order. It's going to be a tall order for Vanguard Charlies, as they're currently 4-0.
But Miami seems to always get in the building, perfectly fine, and into sight somehow. He's just invisible until he gets that sight, and then he realizes, wait, where's the diffuser?
Yeah. Wonder what he's up to this round, as we've not seen any action from him. Again, he'll be droning himself in, which we criticized in the first round is not good for your entry fragger to be doing that, because now as he drops.
Yep, there it is. He didn't have any intel on where the Jaeger went when he was going to peek, and
Exactly.
that does cost him his life. That's why you need someone to be droning you in all the time, and if Icon drops there again, we could be looking at another frag. You never want to push that same person one by one by one. That's just feeding them kills. And in a competitive scene, that's never a good thing. You want to get refrags. You want to be playing together. Like if you would have positioned someone on the bottom of spiral stairs, so that when Miami peeked, if he managed to get the kill, then cool. But if he didn't, like we saw, he wasn't able to, then the person on spiral can just swing and get that refrag. Or you can do it at the same time, and no one has to lose their life. Yeah,
and Moss, speaking of losing his life, he's only on very low HP, so it would have taken only a bullet to kill him as well.
Yep, he is very lit. And
Attackers have
well,
located a bomb.
there we go, 20 seconds, and they're only getting into the building right now. Horny Boy doing stuff though. Look at this, so little
15
time.
seconds
And
remaining.
both of the players just droning. Prawny Boy still upstairs, not much for him to
10
do,
seconds
and
to
there's
go.
a Nitro picks up Jackie, and this round is probably going to be going in.
5 seconds left.
Well, there it is, 1 versus 3 yet again, and we're looking at 5. Let's get a participation.
Operators, we're out of
He picks
time.
up sympathy. Huh.
So this is the first round that has gone in the favor of Prevail simply due to time. The others have been going their favor because they're able to kill everyone on Vanguard Charlies.
Yep, and if they didn't kill them, it still probably would have gone into time. Like, I feel like you can just play in sight, and the Vanguard Charlies will just wait until that 20-second, then they'll start their attack. That's what it seems like right now.
Except Miami, who'll find you on sight and he'll gun you down.
Miami will always pick every gunfight, somehow get into sight. Most of the people can't even get in the building, and this man's just chilling in sight half the round.
He's definitely standing out for his team.
He is. But what doesn't stand
Defenders,
out
protect
is
your
their
bombs from being
score.
defused by attackers.
0-5. If they can pick up around here, this will be the 3rd time this tournament that a team has done their
Located by
first
attackers.
round on that last round of the first half.
Mm-hmm. Hey Sunset, do you want to hear a joke about the Flintstones?
Sure.
Okay, what's the difference between the people in Dubai and the people in Abu Dhabi?
No idea.
The people in Dubai don't like the Flintstones,
10 seconds
but the
remaining.
people in Abu Dhabi do.
5 seconds
No.
left before insertion.
I don't like that.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
Abu Dhabi do. That's good.
Reloading!
That's cool. Okay, and well, what's not cool is Buck. He is yet to find scoreboard 0-5, and so is mine actually. 0-2. He's been drawn. He hasn't been doing much, but in the terms of fragging, but he has been doing a lot with the smoke canisters. He's been delaying so much time, so props to him. Even though he doesn't have a frag, he's been doing very well, and only two deaths. So he hasn't been feeding the enemy as well. So he's been doing his job.
Yeah, as you were talking about Buck, he got his first kill onto Marlin. That's the Doc as well, the top fragger, I should mention. So a good gun, a good ACOG, a good player out of the game. And as we say, that sympathy dies as well. That's a card who was playing above in meeting. So top control, at least for lobby, goes in the favor of Vanguard Charlies. And this is good. It's a 5v3 that favors Vanguard Charlies. But as you said, 5v3 is not the end of the world for Prevail.
It's the exact position that Vanguard Charlies had last time they attacked the site, and we'll see if they can avoid making the same mistakes again. And it looks like it's also Moss was the first one to die, but we see Rude Dog again on that Maestro, and here it is again. There we go, first frag, and is this where it all comes crumbling down? Is London Bridge falling down? Jackie positioned in a very odd position right now, all the way in that garage. Probably trying to hunt out Moss, who was down there with him at a point, but he has rotated up ever since. And well, they're not doing much upstairs, they're just playing around, just checking out the scenery. And well, that's not what you want to be doing. You want to be getting those frags. Get one more frag and try get a plant up. Try set something up for yourself. And
Attackers dropped the
right
diffuser.
now,
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
they are making their way downstairs, but it looks like it is just Miami. Again.
Miami
Miami
doing as
spotted.
Miami does.
Landing a nice shot onto Moss, but that's not enough to take him out. And they will have the intel. There it is. Third time lucky. But 30 seconds on the board. And well, it's not much that's happening here. Could be a good pinch here, but he looks away at the wrong time. Oh, Jackie, so close to picking up that frag, but
What?
he's out, and there it is. Look at this, it's all coming,
15
all
seconds
crashing
remaining.
down. Prawny Boy just tried to plant down, and Jackie and
seconds to go.
Prevail and Moss are just having this fight downstairs. No idea where anyone is. Like, 5 seconds, and where are you going? You can't. No.
Run out of time.
Oh, again, Prevail wins simply due to time. I feel like that was such a sad loss for Vanguard Charlies because they had the early man count advantage. They had the early map control when they took meeting away from Sympathy. They were above the main lobby for, I think, a minute, just vibing and getting no significant control other than peeking through hatches. They could have done so much. What they needed to do was so little, and it would have helped them so much to win that last round.
It would have indeed, and now all Prevail needs to do is just pick up one round. And looks like we might be setting up for a rush here as we see 3 speeds being played and a lion. Huh. This could be interesting. See if they can close it out flawlessly or if Vanguard Charlies will be able
Attackers
to
need to
pick up
locate and defuse
a
bombs.
singular round. Right now, that's all they need to get themselves started. But it's looking very unlikely. We'll see if Prevail can get into the map, get into this building before the timer runs out, because that's very that's their biggest enemy right now. Charlies don't like the time. Let's see if they can abuse it on defense though. Let's see if they can turn it into their favor, their best friend, just like Pre did.
10 seconds to insertion.
They manipulated that time so perfectly in a
5
way that
seconds to
Vanguard
insertion.
had none of it.
He manipulated the time perfectly in a way
Attackers
that
are
puts
moving to
Dr.
defuse the
Strange
bomb.
to shame.
Couldn't have said it better if I tried.
You know how we keep talking about how you can't kill the time as an attacker? What if Ubisoft added a mode where the clock was a killable character?
Like Lion's drone, you can't kill it.
Yeah. And I think you were right on that rush, because look at this, there's very early map control coming from Prevail, but it's just falling at the seams as they lose Moss and Mine as well. And while it follows suit, he's down on these Visa stairs. Will he get finished off as there's a player in admin preventing this rush with his life?
They could get too greedy here, and that looks like it doesn't matter. Jackie picking up both of them. And it's just sympathy. He doesn't know what to do. He just doesn't know. He doesn't want to be here right now, and doesn't matter. You've still got 5 more rounds to close it out. Hell, you could close it out this round. You have a good gun, and you have a lot of time. Reload maybe. 17 bullets. We're gonna need all of them against all 5. Good shot on the first, and the second won't follow. It's Miami cleans it off.
That rush was it was very well read into by Vanguard Charlies. They just torn it apart.
They did indeed. And they are on the board, finally.
Finally.
6-1 is the score. X1 is the name, and losing to time is the game.
It is indeed. I'll just take a moment to thank all our viewers. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for coming to say hi. Thank you for watching the stream. We really appreciate the love and support. You could continue to support us by liking this video, subscribing to our channel, following us on Twitter at Vanguard League. We really do appreciate it, guys. It means a lot to us.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
Only takes like a
bombs.
couple of seconds. Just drop a like, drop a follow, and have a good day.
Attackers have located a bomb.
And Prevail are having a very good day right now as they lead 6-1 in our 3rd playday of our 2nd closed Vanguard tournament. And after this game, we'll be seeing you next week for the playoffs, which will be all best of 3 games. It'll be, I think we have Vanguard B up against Looking for Org, Laden up against ADG. And the winner of that goes to the winner of those games go to the final, the grand final, and the losers will go to the 3rd and
5 seconds
4th
to insertion.
place playoffs. Buck going to be using his nitro cell to make a rotation.
Attackers are heading
Jackie
out to defuse the bomb.
done that, and it's not even a great. Buck could have done that with a shotgun. Why waste it? Okay.
Jackie has impact grenades as well, so I was definitely
A bomb has
curious.
been located.
Like you mentioned, there's some very interesting games to watch out for next week. I'll be definitely looking forward to watching and casting those as well.
They could just put a nomad down and go for the wall if they had a way of getting there. But looks like they're just gonna take it nice and slow, not make any mistakes, and well, that could be the play.
Time to ring some strikes.
But they don't want to take it too slow, and there it is, the wall gonna be opened up. Not too sure why there wasn't any ADSs. Oh wait, there isn't a Jaeger being played.
About to get hot.
I only saw that now. And both of the walls get opened up now, and on 2 minutes on the clock, that's a very good thing to do.
It is indeed. Pronyboy playing Bandit had initially tried to Bandit straight, but the pressure coming from this Rude Dog and Sympathy over in Piano was just too much for him, as you can see the floor above him has been destroyed. He could not sit there comfortably and get away with his life. He tosses out a Nitro Cell blind. It doesn't get anyone. However, Icon playing the Valkyrie gets a kill onto Moss. That's the IQ, and we've seen how dominant Moss is while playing IQ, so this is definitely a position that favors Vanguard Charlies, at least for the time being.
And the attackers making their way into side. And somehow the smoke loses that one, and the battle loses that one. All of a sudden, it looks like it's going to be a pre-veil round as they have sight, and the plant can't go down, and that's exactly what's going to be happening now. Sympathy up top. No, he's not. They're all downstairs here in sight, and now it's this plant doesn't go down. I don't know what to say here. Rude Dog in a 1 versus 3 all of a sudden, and Vanguard Charlie's bringing it back. Jackie saving them. That plant was so close to going down as well.
Yeah, Jackie has been definitely doing some heavy lifting for his team, as he's currently 8-6. Definitely carrying so far. This isn't over yet, as there's still 40 seconds for Rude Dog to find 3 frags, and that is very, very possible if they overextend and if they pick them. They pick them unnecessarily. That was not good, and it's not looking any better. As okay, maybe it does. Vanguard Charlie's able to win that off of the pistol kill from Miami. That was very nearly a round for Prevail.
Oh, good shot, good angle. That was a quick thinking there, because that could have came crashing down. But in the end, it didn't, and the dynasty still stands. But not standing very strong, as 2 for 6 is the score. They're climbing their way up the ladder though, as it's much better than that 2-0, and they can keep doing that. This is their biggest task though. This is lobby and press room. This will be their biggest task yet, as this site is very easy to just rush into, but we'll have to see what can happen here. And Rude Dog swaps from the Zofia onto the Zofia. Tactical, very tactical.
Very, very tactical indeed. Like you said, going to lobby, this is definitely one of the weaker sites on this map. Vanguard Charlie is going to have to do a lot more other than just depending on Miami and Jackie to win this round. So they're going to have to set up these castle barricades from back in positions that will enable them to at least waste time, utility, and block off angles that Prevail could use to their advantage. And it seems that Buck is just going to be setting up the barricades the exact same way we saw Prevail doing last time, that Charlies were attacking this, and in the end we saw the Capital trying to punch or shoot through the barricade with 2 seconds to go.
5 seconds remaining.
I mean, he's got the right idea, but the execution is a slightly off. And this is a nice setup that I like to see. 2 on site, 3 upstairs, except those upstairs rumors have to be really strong. And one of them playing admin can take control of Visa as well from above, but it looks like they're just going to be playing the person inside of Visa instead of admin. And well, I like that skin. Rude Dog. Original season pass skin.
Nice. The rumors from Vanguard Charlie's, I want to see them playing off of each other. I want to see them playing trades, playing the refrag game, because that's something that's definitely been lacking from their squad so far.
Icon, he gets a very influential frag onto that drone there. But no, I don't know, he didn't even get the drone. He missed the drone. Oh, okay. I take that back. And now he just plays ring around the rosies with the drone. And he's going to be pressured out of there. They're going to have to try clear him out, but he's not going to be that easy to move. Nope, he falls back. Good idea. He just falls right back out. He's in that hallway now. Ooh,
Ooh.
just getting away there. He's gonna peek into it. He hears the raffle. He's already in, Icon, and he's dead now.
Ooh.
Very well executed there by Prevail. It's perfectly set up, and but Icon did do his job. He wasted quite a bit of time there.
He did shoot a couple of drones as well.
And Jackie's gonna be cleaning up the frags, and he just rotates straight into the bathroom and down the yellow stairs. That is good, but is
The man just full sends it, runs all the way away.
I'm out. It's been real. I'm out though.
He doesn't want any of what Prevail are bringing. And they're bringing a lot of destruction. They're just absolutely smashing that floor in meeting room apart. You can hear a couple of Gumines going off, and that's Jackie doing his job as the Legion. He's still alive, so he's still able to generate a few more as we go into the last minute of this round.
Hollywood picks up the frag, and here we go. This looks like a very good round for Vanguard Charlies. We could be seeing a third round on the board for them in a couple of seconds, and well, still a very long way around, very long way away from that overtime is what they're trying to push themselves onto right now. But they can make that comeback. That's insane.
My device is ready.
Yeah, they're about 30 seconds to go. 4v3. Looking like it's favoring Vanguard Charlie simply on the man count, the utility, and the time as well. It's coming down to the last 15 seconds. Will Marlin be able to get this plant, or will he not? A couple of Zofia stuns go out. He just drops the hatch. Someone wins the gunfight against the UMP. Not surprising at all. Goes for the gunfight against this dog. Is able to win it out. Merlin, as the diffuser is going down, he's successful. The kill is just going all the way in the way of Prevail, and suddenly this has gone complete opposite of what it was a few seconds ago.
They had like 4 seconds to get that plant down, and it went so well as Rude Dog picked up a double. Buck had to win that gunfight onto Rude Dog. That round would have been theirs, but that's not what happened, and now it's Porty Boy who's upstairs on his own, and he only has like 10 seconds to get on this diffuser, and I think that's it. That's definitely it. That's a good game, guys. It's Vanguard Charlies that are unable to make that comeback and Prevail. Win it out. 7-2.
7-2 is a dominant scoreline to say the least, but I think going back to what we were talking about at the start of the stream, it's along the lines of what we expected. You called a 7-3, and 7-2 is not too far from that.
Not indeed, not very far at all, and we saw Jerky and Miami being the standout players, while Merlin and Rude Dog standout players for their side. Mine 1 for 4, but he played a lot of that utility.
Vanguard Charlies was struggling a lot with their attacks. They really were. They weren't able to pick up a single one, but suddenly when they switched to defense, they seemed like they knew what they were doing. They were playing a lot better. Even that last round, it was very close. As you said, there were about 4 seconds left before the diffuser was planted.
It was a very good attempt there, but in the end it did go the other side of Prevail, and that is exactly what happened in the end, as the scoreline of 7-2 on Consulate. First time ever seeing that map being played by any team in any of our tournaments. Thank you for tuning in, guys, and be sure to catch us next week as we stream the playoffs, which is going to be more interesting games, as there'll be best of 3s. And there'll be a much more solid schedule as well, because due to load shedding, our schedule is very messed up this weekend, so apologies about that. And thank you for tuning in.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity.